Hey bookends! Welcome to a 10 min check-in. I'm 10. So as you know, we're doing the Black-a-thon this February in honor of Black History Month. So the very first book that we're doing on our list has to do with African American fictional history. Or historical fiction. I'm sorry, African American historical fiction. So the first book that we're doing is Perfect Peace by Daniel Black. So to give you the rating that we've done for this one, so out of 10 stars, we give this a 6, solid 6. And for a rating, this is definitely a PG-13. If this was a movie, it would definitely be PG-13. So we start off the book when we meet Imogene. Imogene is a dark-skinned little black girl. Her mother is a dark-skinned black woman, and her mother wanted to be light, and so she projected those feelings through her children. She had sex with light-skinned men, hoping to have light-skinned children. 2 of her children, Pearly and Grace, turned out to be light-skinned, and Imogene turned out to look like her mother, so she was darker-skinned. And so because of that, her mother is very abusive. In fact, there's one part in the book where Imogene wakes up and she's just so happy because it's her birthday. She's a little girl. She's happy it's her birthday, and she's imagining having lemon cake for her birthday. So she runs to her mother and tells her, like, she's so happy, you know, it's her birthday. This woman, you know, basically reads her like, she's just evil to her. Calls her all kinds of names, tell her she's nothing special, nobody important. Hits the girl with a skillet. Now, this is in the 1920s, so it's a cast iron skillet, and it's a real iron skillet. Like, it's not like some you get from Walmart. Like, this is a real cast iron skillet. Slaps the girl with a skillet. Little girl falls over into a chicken coop, into chicken mess, into chicken feces. And this is just a prerequisite to how this woman treats her. So we fast forward to the 40s. Imogene's grown. She has kids and a husband named Gus. She has, I believe, 7 or 8 boys by Gus, and all she wants is one little girl, so it's like she loves her sons. Don't get me wrong. She loves her sons like the day is long. She loves her sons. But she wants one little girl, so she has an opportunity to treat the little girl like she was never treated. Like, all she wants is to show a little girl the love she was never shown. So her final baby, because Gus says he's not doing this anymore, is born, and a midwife helps her give birth. The midwife's name is Harriet. And it's a boy. But Imogene is like, no, God wouldn't do this to me. No, it's a girl. That's what this is. This is a girl. I don't care what it has between its legs. It is a girl. Henrietta's like, this isn't going to work. You can't just call a boy a girl. Remember, this is the 40s. So, you know, it's like, you just can't call a boy a girl. And so Imogene's like, I can do what I want. And you know why I can do what I want? Because you're not going to tell. Because I know your daughter isn't really your daughter. So you're going to keep that mouth shut. And when anyone asks what I had, you're going to say, a girl. Henrietta goes along with it because, of course, Henrietta's daughter isn't really her daughter. Whew. A lot of secrets in the South. Yeah, this takes place in the South. A lot of secrets in the South. So, they have a daughter, name her Perfect, you know, so name the book Perfect Peace. First name Perfect, last name Peace, like, you know, the rest of the Peace clan. So, Perfect grows up, and, you know, there's not much of a difference physically between a boy and a girl, like when they're children, aside from genitalia. And if someone was to raise, for the most part, of course, there's some innate features in boys and innate features in girls. But if you raise a child to say, hey, you wear dresses because that's what you do, and hey, you wear your hair in plaits because that's what you do, and cross your leg, you know, if you raise a child like that, they're going to believe all that. So Perfect grows like a normal little girl. normal, like looks like a normal little girl. And Perfect has a best friend who they play adult games. So the Perfect's best friend is another girl, and they're never like naked, like their clothes always stays on. But the other little girl is like, hey, we're gonna play mommies and we're gonna play mommies and daddies, and I'm gonna pretend to be the daddy, and daddies always take care of the mommies. And of course it's in a physical way. Yeah. But Perfect was with it though, so she wasn't like forcing Perfect or anything, and they're both the same age. Perfect was with it. So the mother throws a birthday party for Perfect, and you know, she's happy to throw a birthday party for her because she's never had one for herself. Some things happen, and she believes... Now, okay, this will happen. Okay, so Perfect and her best friend were, you know, playing house together, and the best friend made some kind of a reference to it, like a secret, because them playing house together was their little secret. So Imogene thinks that the girl may know that Perfect is a boy, and so just to save Perfect from embarrassment when he gets older, she cuts off Perfect's hair. Now Perfect didn't know that he was a boy, and so he hates his hair being cut. He hates that he can't go, you know, in the kitchen cooking with his mom anymore. He hates that he can't do the girl stuff anymore, and that he has to do boy stuff now. So Gus, Imogene's husband, he's like he's fed up. He's angry. He's like, I kissed this thing. So I guess in the 40s, dads didn't kiss their sons. I don't know. I don't know why he was upset that because it's still his kid. I don't know. But yeah, so he was upset that he kissed. He felt basically tricked. And so he's like, you know, I'm never sleeping with you again, Imogene. You can sleep on the floor. So Perfect is like broken up about all of this because he feels like he just had the world ripped out from beneath him. Raised as a girl, now all of a sudden you has to be a boy, and it's certain things you just can't like snap off. Like if he was raised with all these girl-centric characters, especially in the 40s and stuff, where there was a clear demarcation between what it is girls did and what it is boys did, because there was a clear demarcation in between, you know, but in between what it is women were expected to do and what it is men were expected to do. Right now that demarcation isn't so clear, so now it's, you know, it's whatever. But back then, since there was a clear demarcation, Perfect was learning the things that would make her a good wife if she was indeed a her. But now that he knows he's a him, it's like culture shock. So he confides this with his best friend. I believe they're like 9 or 10 at the time. And so his best friend is like, you know, it's okay. Let's play one of our secret games. Except this time you'll be the daddy and I'll be the mommy. And mommies always take care of daddies. And so this time clothes do kind of come off. And she gives him oral. And the book isn't descriptive, so as an adult, you can, like, reading it, I could tell what was happening. Perhaps first of all, I wouldn't advise this for a younger reader, but if the younger reader did happen to read it, I think they might get a little confused, which is hopefully a good thing, because they shouldn't understand what's going on. But yeah, it's not overly descriptive, but if you're an adult, or at least someone who is old enough to understand certain things, you pick up what they're doing. So, you know, the funny thing about this, I find it funny anyway. So Imogene, she can't get any satisfaction from her husband. Like, she's willing to do all kinds of stuff sexually for him, but he's just a one-point man. Just 1 point. I'm not gonna be explicit, but just 1-point man. So he wants to do one thing and then that's it. And so she's physically unsatisfied. She feels ugly. And she feels unloved by anyone but her children. She knows her babies love her and she loves her babies. So when it comes to Perfect, Perfect feels beautiful because Imogene has always made Perfect feel beautiful. Has always told Perfect, you are beautiful, you are loved, you are wanted. Perfect's getting more play than anybody in the book. Like, anyway, so Perfect comes skipping home because, once again, certain traits you just can't snap off. Gus sees Perfect skipping home. You know, now Perfect is skipping home because he just got oral and he's happy about it. You know, he's like, wow, this feels great. It might not be bad being a guy after all. This is awesome. So he's skipping home. Gus sees him skipping and just becomes violently angry about everything. The son he thought was a daughter, the daughter that's now a son. Why this thing isn't manly enough, or boy enough, or even just male enough. He's embarrassed, he's angry, he's hurt, he's everything. And he takes it out on Perfect. He viciously beats Perfect. And the only thing that stops him is when Imogene gets in between them. He's not a wife beater. When Imogene gets in between them, she's like, beat me if you have to, but don't hurt Perfect. Perfect didn't do anything wrong. And Gus feels horrible about it. Gus just feels like just complete trash. As he should, for beating this little person. There are so many psychological components to this. Cause it's like, Emma just wanted a girl. She just wanted to be loved. She just wanted to project the love that she never got into somebody else. That's all she wanted. She wasn't trying to be selfish. She just wanted to give someone the love that she never got. I don't think Gus was trying to be a bad person. I think Gus was just so confused by the male stereotypes that existed, and by feeling lost, and by feeling, I think he might have, I don't know if they used gay or homosexual back then, but I think he might have felt like, you know, my son's a pansy, or now I'm a pansy because I kissed my son. You know, it's just, I don't think he was a bad person. I think he was in a bad place. And then Perfect just wanted to be perfect, like just wanted to be himself. And once herself was pulled out beneath Perfect, and now himself was inserted in, it left him confused. So fast forwarding, Perfect is a teenager and there's a dance. Now Perfect is handsome, you know, he's cute. So one of the cutest girls in school wants him to take her to the dance, and so he's like, yeah, he asks her father to take her to a dance. He's still best friends with his best friend, and they still kind of do stuff together. Now, there's a really cute guy in school, and Perfect is kind of drawn to the cute guy. And what Perfect doesn't understand or doesn't know, and I love that the author leaves ambiguous, is whether or not he's actually sexually attracted to this guy because he has feelings for men in general. Whether he's sexually attracted to this guy because he still has latent feminine feelings, or still thinks of himself as a woman. And all the other girls like the guy. He's not blind, so he still considers, if he still considers himself a woman, then he's feeling the same feelings the other girls have. Or is he bi, or is he just confused? Because he obviously likes the things that women can do because he enjoys doing stuff with his friend. Something interesting about the cute guy in school too. So there's a lot of twists and turns in this book. It's almost like a magic show, like how the illusionist is like, keep your eye on the moving ball. My tablet almost fell. But yeah, keep your eye on the moving ball. Why, there's another one drifting away. So we have our eye on Perfect, right? But one of his brothers has a big secret too. Yeah. So there's a lot going on in the Perfect family, or in the Peace family. Perfect ends up getting jumped by some really bad kids who were like, I remember you used to be a girl. You're a boy now. Let's see what's in your pants. And they try to rape him. And his friend ends up helping him. Like I'm sorry, we don't know who did it. Someone made a noise and the boys ran off. So they tried to rape him, but they heard a noise and they ran off because punks are always scared. Punks and bullies are always scared. his friend finds out about it because I guess he tells her, and she sets their house on fire, blocks off the exits to their home, sets their house on fire. And their mother wasn't the bully's mother wasn't particularly a bad person, but she was like, hey, they deserve to die. She deserves to die too because she let them be that way. Yeah, so they all die. Emma Jean feels bad about what happened to Perfect. She's scared that she has an idea of what could have happened, but she doesn't know because Perfect doesn't say. And she slowly starts to have a mental break. And this broke my heart. That's why this book is a 6, not a 10. Because it broke my heart watching what happened to Emma Jean. She was not a bad person. And she started having a mental break. She started becoming schizophrenic. All the voices in her head were basically her mother telling her, you're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. You're too dark. You're just ugly. You'll never have this. You'll never have that. And then thinking about what happened to Perfect and thinking that she ruined Perfect. Perfect does end up telling her that, you know, Mom, I love you and I'm not mad at you. And the only thing I would have changed or did differently was I wish I could have still stayed around you instead of having to go outside with the boys. I wish I could have stayed at home and cooked with you and still been up under you. It wouldn't have mattered if I was a boy or a girl, so I would have wanted that. Her sons do something special for her. She's never had a birthday party. And so they plan out a birthday party for their mom. And she just feels so special and so loved for just one. Oh God, I'm about to cry. Oh, don't do it. Oh God. Anyway, she just feels so special and so loved for this one day in her life. And it's, you know, it's by her kids, and she just feels so special. And she's lived so many years not feeling special. Things don't end well for Emma Jean. And that hurt so much that things didn't end well for Emma Jean. Because I really would have liked some, it's just like bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, and then finally a good thing, and she just, her mind had already broken by then, and there was no way to come back from it, and so she did the only thing that she thought she could do. And yeah, I would like to think that Perfect ended up with his best friend. Stop crying. I see characters as real people. So sometimes I get emotional because I see them as real people. And so it's like I'm connected to them. I want to know what happens. I want them to end up happy, and you know, real life things don't always end up happy, as in, you know, books too. So yes. Glad I didn't wear full makeup. Good thing I left the mascara off. But yes, so the way it ends, some things are tied up. The brother who has a secret gets to kind of live his secret out, I guess, or at least you believe that he's able to. I'm not going to spoil that if you choose to read the book. Another brother who's incredibly smart gets to go to college, so yay! I hope that Perfect ends up with his best friend only because she knows him so well. So, yes. This has been the first book in the Black-a-thon that we're doing. Next week, we may have to double up so we can get all the books that we're doing in. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. We will leave where you can order the books down there in the description. And yeah, we hope to see you again next Monday for our next 10-minute book review and any 10-minute check-ins we do in between. Bye!